I'm Jeff Schwartz, and this is our April 2024 shop update video. If you happen to get Hemmings Muscle Machines, they've got a great article on my 1973 Corvette that I bought from a friend, drug it out of a barn. Anyway, interesting story. Let's go out in the shop and see what we got going on this month. The 64 Jag Mark II is painted, and right now we're working on bleeding brakes and getting the brake lines and fuel lines underneath the car. This 1,000 horsepower Chevy 2 Nova is just about ready to fire up. We're waiting for a power cord from Holley so we can program the transmission, and then this thing should be making some thunder. There's just a few more things to tidy up on this 54 Studebaker, and then we'll be dyno tuning it and finalizing the interior. The 502 big block in this 54 Chevy pickup is now running. We just made up a fresh set of spark plug wires for this ancient crate motor, and it purrs like a kitten and has a little bit of rumble to it as well. Well, we got the updated rear bumper and taillight extensions on this Hellcat powered Monte Carlo, and this is pretty much complete now. We are just waiting to dyno tune it and drive it a little bit on the street and dial everything in. So here you have it, and this should be on the road real soon. As you can see, we've got the beautiful Forgeline wheels on this Dodge Monaco wagon, and it's heading out to Kansas next week. Well, Legend Racing from Union Grove, Wisconsin dropped off this Pontiac engine this week, and we've got it in the chassis and it's ready to go in the 67 Le Mans that we've been doing all the sheet metal work on lately. We've wrapped up most of the metal work on this Le Mans, and we should be mounting it on the chassis real soon here. We're tidying up the firewall on this 70 Roadrunner. Let me show you the lump of horsepower that's going into this thing. And here it is, the real deal Ray Barton Racing Engines, 500 plus cubic inch Hemi that's going in the 70 Roadrunner. I can't wait to hear this thing fire up. On the lift behind me is a 64 GTO. Somewhere along the line, Chevy sheet metal parts were installed on the floor pans in the area of the trunk and so forth, and the body mount locations are in a different location on Chevys versus a Pontiac back there. So we had to do some sheet metal fabrication to get that to line up properly, and this is ready to go back to the customer's builder, and I hope to hear this thing running real soon. Well, we have fitted Aston Martin door handles to this Chevy Monza. However, that did create a problem where we did have to change the door latches to a bear claw design, and we're working on that now as well. So still moving forward progress and waiting for that engine to come back. Next on this 632 powered Chevelle is the completion of the hood fabrication. We hope to show you that completed in the next video. As you can see, we got the chassis in this 57 Chevy and this monster 632 GM crate engine. Now this is the modern 632 that has LS style cylinder head porting on it. And you can see the cylinder head is quite tall, much taller than a normal big block. And obviously it's got the giant intake manifold on there. We do have another intake manifold coming where we are hopeful that we can get this underneath the hood of the 57 Chevy, the stock hood on the 57 Chevy. So that's where we're at on this. It's as low as it can go in the chassis, and looking forward to continued progress on this project. So what we've got here is a 1970 Mustang with our Schwartz G-Machine chassis in there. This car was destined to be a hardcore track car. It is for sale, So if you'd like to take this off our hands and continue with this project, or if you'd like us to build this into completion, please give me a call personally here at the shop. It's a relatively clean 70 Mustang body, and I have a title for the car. And it could be continued down the road of being more of a hard edge track car, or we could kind of reverse it a little bit and make it a really awesome street car. So whatever your flavor you would like, if you're interested in a 70 Mustang, they're hard to find in this sports roof fastback body style. So give me a call and we can make you a good deal on this. Well, we're getting ready to pull the body off of this 79 Corvette. This is our shop autocross car, and what I've got here is the core support. So we're disconnecting things and we're going to essentially lift the body off, drop out the stock chassis, and then put our G-Machine chassis in there just to double check fitment before we go ahead and powder coat everything. So this is the core support, and as you can see, the bottom edge here is all rusted out, and this is another thing that happened due to this car being stored in an unheated barn with dampness and temperature changes. So essentially everything on the bottom of the car, if you hadn't seen previous videos, this car is a 53,000 mile car, relatively low miles, but it was just stored improperly, and mice got in the frame and rotted out the frame, and then the moisture attacked this core support and rotted that all out. And then underneath the nose there's a header bar that all the headlight mechanism bolts to. That rusted as well and then popped away from the fiberglass nose. So we've got a decision to make whether we try to get a new reproduction piece of sheet metal and rebond it to the nose and go with the hideaway headlights, or do we ditch the hideaway headlights altogether, take a little bit of weight off the nose, and put some recessed headlights with a plexiglass cover, fixed headlights in the headlight opening. So let us know what you think in the comments, because quite honestly, I'd like to know what you think. I'm going to look at costs of both methods, and then we'll see where we go from there. And speaking of chassis, we've got all our chassis workstations staffed and going full bore right now, and our lead times continue to decline. So if you're in the need for a chassis, we have the shortest lead time of anybody in the industry right now, and give myself or Zach a call and we can hook you up real quickly. That's all we have for this month. Please hit that subscribe button and we will see you next month.